What is the one thing that has helped me the most in my 20s? The answer is simple. Obsessing over my growth, and it's literally the best investment you can possibly make. So here, SY, you need to start obsessing over your growth and how you can do so effectively. The first reason why you should be obsessing over your growth is because time is passing anyway. You are getting older whether you like it or not. So why not get better in the process? We spend 365 days every single year just waiting for what? For an opportunity to knock on our door while we sit around doing nothing. You see, life is not fair. People who are willing to take action and improve themselves will always beat out those who are not. And the sooner you realize this, the better you'll be at making decisions regarding your own growth. Don't be fooled by the saying age is just a number. Age is very much a real thing. Your mind will decline if you don't put in the effort to keep it sharp. Your body will start slowing down if you don't keep it active. And the opportunities around you won't magically materialize just because you want them to. Life isn't fair. So if you want something, go get it. If you want to be taken seriously, go out there and take action. Don't wait for people to recognize your potential and help you out. Instead, try to discover your own potential and harness it yourself. This brings me to the second reason. Improving yourself is the best way to discover your potential. If you never try to become better, how are you supposed to know what you're capable of? Most people have no clue about their true potential. They don't even try to find out. Instead, they stick with what's familiar and comfortable. But here's the thing. If you want to lead, if you want to earn more money, if you want to attract better people into your life, you must grow. Listen, growth doesn't happen overnight. But when you make growth your main priority, eventually your actions will compound and you will reach a point where you were never able to before. Think about all the things that you've been wanting to do and haven't done yet. Maybe it's learning the piano or starting a business, or maybe it's improving your social skills or your fitness. Write these things down and set goals for them. Set small goals that you can achieve quickly and use these small wins to build momentum. Momentum is crucial because once you start feeling like you can actually accomplish something, you'll continue trying and eventually break through plateaus. When you're done, I want you to look back at the list and cross out the ones that you've completed. Seeing the progress you've made visually will motivate you even further to keep growing. This is the power of goal setting. By setting clear objectives and actively working towards achieving them, you can unlock your full potential and create a life that you're excited about. Remember, the key is to start small, build momentum, and stay consistent. Now, let me tell you about the third reason why you should be obsessing over your growth. It's the best way to keep you from going to jail. Here's what I mean. You see, when you're constantly trying to improve, you're also improving your mindset. You become more disciplined and focused, which directly affects the decisions you make. And as we all know, every decision we make moves us either closer or further away from jail. Imagine this. You're young and you have a lot of energy. What do you do with it? You party, right? You go out with your friends and drink until you cur. And remember the last time you brushed your teeth? Well, that's cool and all, but is it really helping you move forward in life? Or are you just wasting precious time that could be spent working on something meaningful? Let me tell you a little story. A few years ago, I was hanging out with some old high school friends. We were catching up and talking about our lives. One of my friends, let's call him Alex, was telling me about his new business idea. He wanted to start a streetwear brand, and he was super excited about it. On the other hand, I had already started my own business. I didn't tell him about it, because I didn't want to come across as arrogant or something. But anyway, a couple of months passed, and I saw Alex again. This time, he wasn't as enthusiastic about his business idea. It turns out he had given up on it, because he had just gotten a stable job and didn't have enough time to work on his side hustle anymore. He thought starting a business was too risky, and he didn't want to put his newfound stability at risk. Now, I'm not saying that having a stable job is bad. In fact, I think it's great to have a safety net. However, I couldn't help but think that Alex had missed out on an opportunity. He could have had his own business going on, and maybe even become a millionaire if he had just taken the risk. But instead, he chose to play it safe and stick with his 9-to-5 job. And here's the thing, I don't blame Alex for making that decision. In fact, I would have probably done the same thing if I had met him at that time in my life. But the point I am trying to make is that sometimes taking risks and pursuing your dreams is the only way to avoid ending up in jail. If you don't take the necessary steps to improve your life, you could end up stuck in a dead-end job or worse. By constantly working on yourself and becoming better, you increase your chances of success and reduce your chances of failure. So remember, don't waste your time partying all night long. Use this time to work on yourself and make something of your life. Alright, now that we've covered the reasons why you need to start obsessing over your growth, let me share with you how you can actually do it. First of all, you need to stop watching mindless TV shows and videos on YouTube. I used to spend hours on end just scrolling through YouTube and Netflix looking for something to watch. But guess what? I never actually found anything worth watching. All I did was waste my time and I felt miserable afterwards. So I decided to do something about it. I stopped watching TV completely and started reading books instead. At first, it was tough. I didn't really like reading that much, but I forced myself to do it anyway. And guess what happened? I discovered a whole new world of knowledge and ideas. I learned so much, and it helped me grow as a person. Not only that, but I also felt better about myself afterwards. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone is the only way to grow. You need to embrace discomfort if you want to become better. The man who wrote the book Coin, Hurt Me, did become the strongest man in the world by doing easy workouts. Similarly, the famous author Paulo Coelho didn't write his famous book, The Alchemist, by writing easy stories. No, they both had to push themselves to the limit in order to succeed. And so must you. Next, you need to replace Netflix with personal development. There are countless books, podcasts, and videos out there that can help you grow as a person. Just search for topics that interest you and you'll find plenty of content to consume. My personal recommendation is to start with the basics. Improving your mindset and your habits. Once you have a solid foundation, you can move on to other areas such as fitness, finance, and relationships. Don't spread yourself too thin trying to improve everything at once. Instead, focus on one area at a time and really dial it in. For example, if you want to improve your fitness, start by setting realistic goals and finding an exercise routine that you enjoy. Once you've established a good fitness habit, you can move on to other areas such as your nutrition and sleep schedule. Lastly, you need to remember that growth is a journey, not a destination. You won't reach your full potential overnight. It takes time and dedication. So be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. Don't compare yourself to others and don't be afraid to ask for help when needed. Everyone's journey is different and yours is just beginning. Are you ready to take the first step towards a better future? Start by setting small, achievable goals and celebrating your progress along the way. Embrace discomfort, seek out personal development content, and be patient with yourself. Trust me when I say this, the journey will be worth it. You have the power to create the life you want. So go out there and make it happen.